So maybe you're wondering what to do when you retire. Perhaps you could look to Keith Fewster for inspiration. He's 78 years old, and tomorrow he's graduating from university. Keith Fewster is the oldest person to complete a master's degree in German from the University of Calgary. He also completed a Bachelor of Arts when he was in his 60s. And he joins us now. Hello, Keith, and congratulations.
Well, thanks very much.
Now, what made you want to do a master's in German at this stage of your life?
Well, when I was widowed and I met my second wife in 1992, and she was originally from Vienna, Austria. So we got married and we went over there for our honeymoon. And of course, I was really taken with the Austrian country and culture, and it was her native language. And so I decided I'm going to start learning the language. And one thing led to another, and I started taking courses. And then I finally finished my BA in German Studies as a second degree, and then kept going and just finished up my master's now finally. Christine died 3 years ago with ALS, so it was kind of hard to get back into it after she passed away, but I have finished it now and I've dedicated it to her memory.
Oh, that's lovely. And what determination you had as well. What made you decide to go back and finish your degree? Was it to do it for her?
Well, partly for that, but I had all my research done. I'd finished all my courses, and so just had to write my thesis, which turned out to be more than I might have thought about it. But anyway, I finally decided, with the support from my wonderful supervisors at in the German department, that it would be really good for me to do for several reasons. And finally, I screwed up my courage about a year ago and decided to go back and actually finish it.
You're a man who sees things through. Yeah. How tough was it?
It was pretty tough. Hard to get back into it when I'd been away for 2 years. I had a year off for caregiving when she was sick with ALS, and then a year after I took off for bereavement. So
yeah, we understand that. I mean, it's hard to go back. We tell young people sometimes if you don't go right to university out of high school, it might be hard to get back studying.
Yes,
so, we understand that at any age. What was it like for you at 78 to be one of the more mature students on campus?
I think I've been the oldest person in the environment wherever I've been for the last 20 years. But anyway, it was great. I was just accepted into all the classes. The young people were very enthusiastic for me that I was back there doing this. And one thing I never really told them much about my management career at Gulf Canada, I just wanted to be a student like they were. And so I made some wonderful friends. And in fact, one of my friends that I met when he was 18 and I was just starting, I visited him with him last weekend in Victoria. He and his fiancée are getting married next summer, and he wants me to be the best man at his wedding, so that's pretty exciting.
What a story. And he's 18?
He was 18 when I met him. He's 31 now, yes.
Oh my gosh, and you're going to be his best man. So that says a lot about the mingling of all of us at different ages and how important that could be, that you two made friends at your different ages.
We had the studies in common, so that was great.
That's fantastic. So what's your master's thesis about?
Oh, well, it's about, since we were going to Vienna every year for 2, 3, or 4 months, I did an undergrad course on music in Vienna. And what I discovered there is that from 1938 to 1945, when the Nazis occupied the country, there was very little information that I could find. So when I got into the master's program, I decided that I'd use that as the topic for my thesis to try and find out what happened during that time Well, actually, I looked at 4 different music institutions and settled on one for my master's degree.
You didn't pick anything easy.
No, it wasn't. And I did all my research was in German in Vienna, Austria.
Fantastic. How's your German today?
That's not bad. It's pretty good. I go over there. I've been there 2 years ago. I'm going again this fall. And I'm totally comfortable. I can converse with all the people there and understand TV, read the newspapers and stuff. But I was very motivated because with my wife and I both, and having a chance to go over there, it was great. Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah. It's a great story. Tell us just a little bit about what you did do before you became a student.
I worked at Gulf Canada for a very long time, mostly in finance administration, and also I worked as manager of information technology, and the last job I had was manager of corporate transformation for the whole company as they were introducing a whole bunch of new things.
Amazing. And how old were you when you retired?
60.
60. And now at 78, you're getting your master's. Yeah. Great inspiration for us.
Well, I hope so. I always told all the students, well, you can do this lifelong learning thing too if you want to when you get to be my age. So.
Okay. Well, let's hope maybe some folks out there who are 60 and 70 are thinking, I better get to school.
Yeah, well, I think it's still after age 65. I don't think they're charging tuition, but they do in grad studies courses, but they don't in undergrad studies. So there you go.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow, and congratulations.
Yeah, and I just have to thank the German department. They've just been fantastic support to me. So
good to hear. Yeah. All the best.
Okay, thanks.
78 years old, Keith Fewster, the oldest person to complete a master's degree in German from the University of Calgary. Convocation for all U of C students, including Keith, happens tomorrow.